Greetings, friend. I've solved hundreds of championship Sudokus, and you will get stuck on this one. You do not find the proven strategy that I've needed for only one other competitive Sudoku. Click below if you want to give this puzzle a go, and with that, it's solving time. Okay, we want to start off with block 5. There's some easy solves I saw right away when looking at this puzzle. You'll notice with these twos, there's only one place for 2 in block 5 right there. And then with this 1 cutting across, you can solve this one right here. And then all you have left is a 3, 4, 7 in the block. I can use my neat naked triple trick to solve these 3 cells pretty quickly, because you have a 3 and a 7 right here. And the 7 repeated in this other cell, you can solve all 3, because this has to be your 4. The only place the 7 is going to go is right there, and that's going to be your 3. I want to thank Prasada Sasadri for this 5th and arguably hardest puzzle he gave me from the 2014 Sudoku Grand Prix. I look forward to meeting you at SudokuCon 2025 in Boston, along with all the other puzzle lovers, setters, and solvers. Well, let's see how much more progress we can make before getting stuck and needing the proven strategy. Look across row 5 here. We can do some more solves. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 7 in the row. We need a 5, 6, 8, 9. Well, you have a 5, 6, and 9 that all see this cell, so that's got to be your 8. And since the 5, 9 is right here, this has to be your 6. Since the 9 is right there, the only place it can go in the row is right here, and this is going to end up being your 5. Awesome. And now we can do another neat naked triple trick to solve these 3 cells. We have a 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. In the block, you need a 4, 6, and 8. Well, the 6 covers these 2 cells, and the 8 also looks at this one. That's another way you can employ the neat naked triple trick, because you know this cell has to be your 4. The only place the 6 goes right there, and this is going to be your 8. And then you can cut across here, solve this for a 1, and we end up with a 4, 7 naked pair. Awesome, doing great here, but it's going to drop a little bit. We're going to need to switch over to do a little bit of marking here. Normally the puzzle 5s of the classics are going to be a little bit harder than the first 4, and so let's see what we can find. If you click on the 1s, there's no marking or additional solves we can do. If you look at the 2s though, we have a little bit more marking. We can do some Snyder notation right here, because there's only 2 possibilities in block 8, and up in block 1 right here, and then in block 3 with these 2s right there. All right, with the 3s, you might see we can put Snyder notation in block 2 and in block 7. Okay, looking at the 4s, only place we can do some Snyder marks is right here in block 2. All right, with the 5s, can mark in block 8. So again, what we're trying to do is just find more restrictions and see, can we get some more easy solves and gather information along the way. Now with the 6s, I see there's only 2 places for a 6 in block 2, and then in block 9 with these 6s, 2 places for a 6 right there. All right, with the 7s, I think we can get some solves here. Okay. With these 2 7s and this 7, you can solve for 7 in block 7. Nice. And then with these 2 7s, you got Snyder 7s in block 3. The 7s are restricted here in block 6 of these 2 cells. And then with these 2 7s, the 7s are restricted right there. And you might think, okay, no big deal, but we can do another solve here. We need to notice that the 7s are restricted to columns 7 and 9 in block 6 here and in block 9. And since the 7s are restricted to those 2 columns, the 7's got to be here and here, or here and here. So where does a 7 go in block 3? Well, it can't be here, right? Because 7's going to be in either this spot or this spot. So you look here, it's got to be in column 8, because it can't be in column 8 in these 2 blocks. And since you have a 7 here and here, this ends up being a nice hidden single 7. So that's kind of nice. I call this a little mini X-Wing, and that will show you that you have, just to focus on these 3 cells in block 3 whenever you see something like that. Awesome. And just like the New York Times hard puzzles, championship puzzles usually only require 7 main strategies: the hidden single for cross-hatching, naked singles, naked pairs, hidden pairs, pointing pairs, we've done, claiming pairs, similar to what we did there, and a naked triple. But this puzzle's going to require something a little more advanced. We're just not to that point yet. We still got a little bit more we can do here. Let's check out the 8s. Okay, you can put some Snyder 8s here in block 8. And I didn't see anything else there. You look at the 9s, and we got Snyder 9s in block 3. And then in block 7, these 9s and this 9, Snyder 9s right here. And then with these 2 9s, you can put Snyder 9s in block 8. And we seem to be stuck here. We went through all the digits, 1 through 9, made all the marks. It doesn't seem to be anything else we can do here. And before I show you where to look next, I want to hear from you. Should competitive Sudoku contain advanced strategies? Or should they stick with the 7 most common strategies like you can find in my Sudoku solving guide? Help me grow the best Sudoku community on YouTube. It starts with your comments, share with the other viewers. And before, you might think we need to start looking for those harder strategies right now. Instead, we can start looking at restrictions within the houses, so the rows, columns, and blocks. And so what you want to do is you want to look at what I call the heavy houses, the ones that have 5 or more cells filled out. Check out column 1 here. All right, you got a 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. We just need a 1, 2, or a 6. We have a 2 and a 6 in row 2, so we can actually solve this for a 1. And then I'll fill out the 2, 6 here, because as we dry up, you start putting by-value cells down. That will help out with identifying and solving the more advanced strategies. All right, row 2, we have a heavy house here, right? Now that we add in 1 more cell, you got a 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. We need a 3, 4, 5, and a 9. We have a 3, 4, 5 right here, so that means this has to be your 9. And then you have a 4 and a 5 right here, so that's going to be your 3. Awesome. And then we can put a 4, 5 BVC to finish row 2. That will displace the Snyder 9 right there. We can solve this cell now for a 9. And what else can we do with the 9s? Well, with this 9, you can see it displaced that Snyder 9, and we can solve this cell for a 9. Displacing the Snyder 9 here and solving this cell for a 9. All right, so we got a lot of good solves there just by looking at the heavy houses. But we're going to dry out here a little bit. We got a few more things we can do here. With this 3, and these 3s, now you can do Snyder 3s in block 3. Look at block 8. Okay, we made some solves here. You notice that we have a nice 6, 8. Naked pair now to finish column 5, going into block 8. We solved the 9s, but now let's look over here in block 7. Where can the 2s be? With this 2 cutting across, and this 2 coming down, you actually have a nice pointing pair of 2s. And since the 2s are now restricted to row 7 here in block 7, the 2 can't be anywhere else in the row outside the block, right? And so we can remove that 2 and solve this cell now for 2 in block 8. And this is going to create some more restrictions for us, because now look at where the 6s can go. Because this 6 comes down here, you actually have a pointing pair of 6s now in block 8. And since you have the pointing pair here, you can remove that as a 6, solve this cell for a 6, and then the only place left for a 6 in block 7 is going to be right there. And since you have the pointing pair of 6s here, this has got to be a 2 now, and that's going to be your 6. Displacing this Snyder 6, and you can solve for 6 right here, 8 right there, and solve that cell for a 6. Nice. And now we just have a nice 1, 5 naked pair to finish up block 8. So we did a lot of great solving there. Not quite done yet, because we did displace the Snyder 7. So you know you can solve that cell for a 7. 4 and 7 right here. Awesome. We displaced that Snyder 2, so you can solve for 2 right there. Awesome. Which gives you now a pointing pair of 3s in block 1. So this can't be a 3. This has got to be your 3 right there. Okay, great. And then with this 2, this place the Snyder 2 solve this cell for 2. All right, looking good, looking good. And then what you might see here is if you go across row 9, where can an 8 go? Well, because of this 8, it's got to be right there. And so then with these 2 8s, you can solve for an 8 right here. And then with this 8, you can solve for an 8 right here. Displace that Snyder 4. And we can finish up block 2 with a 1. Okay. And you get to this point, the only other thing you can really do is you can see with this 4, you got a pointing pair of 4s right there. Restricts to 4s are right here. And this is about it. You're going to get stuck right here. Usually, you just need those top 7 strategies. But if you just look for naked triples, naked pairs, hidden pairs, you're not going to get any further here. They're going to fail you. So you got to consider buy value strategies in this proven strategy I'm about to show you. Okay? And so the way we're going to do that is we're going to fill out the rest of the cells. Most of these are BVCs. All you have left in row 2 is a 3 and a 4. All you have left here in column 9 is a 1 and a 5. Right here, you got a 1, 4, 5. But with this 1 here, you can remove the 1 from right there. And we already found that pointing pair of 4s. You remove that. This right here is going to be a 3 and a 5. Right here, this is going to be a 1, 3, 5. You got a 5 in the column. So that's going to be a 1, 3. And then this 4, 5, that's a 4, 5 right here. And this would be a 1 and a 4. And now you see a lot of buy value cells. And you might look, and there's a couple of actually different strategies you could use here. The one I think that would pop out to you the most is one you can do before you fill out all of the cells. And it's actually going to help you solve this cell right here. But there's an XY wing here. There's actually a bug +1. Doubt you may find that easily compared to this other one. Like I said, I saw this one first because you can find it without filling out all of these buy value cells. I just wanted you to see what the options were here. Look at these 4 cells I just highlighted there. You notice that they're all 4 or 5 BVCs, and there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all linked together. This cell sees this one, which sees this one, which sees this one. Awesome. So there's an even amount, same buy value cells. And one way to kind of see how the power of this works is, well, no, whatever this cell is, if it's a 4, this would be the opposite. So it'll be a different color, right? I'll use coloring. That seems to work really well to understand this concept. This cell right here would be the same as this one, right? If this is a 4, that'd be a 5. This would be a 4. And this would be the same as this other blue cell. That would have to be a 5. And so we don't know if this is a 4 or 5 yet, but we know that whatever this is, this has to be the opposite. This would be the same, and this would be the opposite. What we have found here is called a remote pair. It's really awesome, very powerful strategy, and it's proven. And if you happen to notice, filling out columns 3 and 7, that you had this remote pair, you can do some solving. Because you'll know if this is a 4, that's a 5. If this is a 5, that's a 4. Any cell that sees both these 2 colors, you can remove both a 4 and a 5. So you can move a 4 and a 5 from this cell. So even if you didn't see this pointing pair, you could still remove the 4 using this remote pair. And we'll be able to solve this cell now for a 1. This is awesome stuff. And I've only seen it in one other competitive Sudoku. I actually put a link to that in the end here. So if you saw that for a 1, what's that going to do for our solving? Okay? And you're wondering, hey, I don't know how to do the coloring if I'm solving some paper and pencil. Some people will use an A-B marker as they go across these cells. That will help as well. And you can learn more about remote pairs in this tutorial. But this one now is going to allow you to start solving across row 7. So that's a 4, that's a 5, all right? And this is going to be a 1, 5. Nice. And since this is the 5, we can actually solve the rest of that remote pair. That's the 4, that's the 5, and this is going to be the 4. 1 and 4 here means this has to be your 5. Disambiguate in the 1, 5 right there. Okay. And since we have a 4 here, that's going to be a 3. That's going to be your 1. Nice. And with this 3, that's going to be your 4. And our last digit is a 3. Now see if you can spot the remote pairs in this next championship Sudoku. Thank you so much for watching.